take your hand, put your finger, line that finger up just like it was the hand of the clock, where you've got the knuckle down at 6 o'clock and the finger, the point of the finger, the tip of the finger right in the middle. And all you're going to do is slide the hand up so the finger's at 12 o'clock. Well, now what you see is you've got 50% of the weight of the discus is now on the outside of the hand. It's now between the forefinger, the index finger, and the thumb. The other fingers are going to wrap around. This is where it's personal. This is where you have to figure out what feels best for you. You can see I'm sort of a medium grip. Some people open their hands up real wide. Some people keep them closed. Some put the first finger and the middle finger together and leave the other ones really wide. This is where you have to figure out what works best for you. Finger up to the top, drop that knuckle over, and wrap the other fingers around. Now, why is it so important to have the weight on the outside, to have the weight closest to the thumb? Well, a coach of mine explained this to me really, really easily. We used to throw everything that we could that wasn't a discus. That way we could focus on the footwork and focus on our hips, focus on the release, without actually worrying about how far the disc was flying. We'd throw metal pipes, we would throw water bottles that were filled with sand, traffic cones, and he also had bowling pins. Now, he did a test with us where he lined us all up. There was about 10 of us out of the circle that day, and he gave us a bowling pin and said, I want you to throw this bowling pin as far as you can, like a baseball, overhand. Every single one of us, all 10 of us, held the bowling pin by the skinny end so that the fat part of the bowling pin was on top of our hand. We took it and we whipped it as far as we could, making sure that the heavier part was on top so it would whip around in the air. And as it whipped around in the air, it would go faster and faster and fly further. No one picked it up like a baseball by the fat end and just tried to throw it overhand. Everyone picked it up by the skinny end and whipped it end over end over end. It's the same idea with the discus. By having half of the weight on the outside, having half of the weight from here over, you are going to cause that same whipping effect. So when the discus comes out of the hand, you're going to have 50% of the mass of that implement that's going to want to turn and pop off that first finger as fast as it possibly can. And while that's happening, you're also going to be actively whipping your arm. You're actively going to be pushing off the first finger, and all of those things added up together is going to ensure that you get the most amount of spin that you possibly can on that implement and have it fly further. Guys, if you like these videos, please subscribe to this channel. If there's any throwers in the Rhode Island area that need help with their strength training, that need help with their flexibility, their explosive movement training, or throwing technique in general, that's what I'm here for. That's what I do. This is Coach Matt over at Primal Athlete Training Center. Any questions, please call or email me or visit our website, primalatc.com. Thanks.
Baik, untuk seterusnya acara lemparan, acara lemparan, lempar cakra. Kamu dah tengok video tadi bagaimana cara untuk memegang cakra yang betul, yang terkini dengan menggunakan teknik yang itulah, iaitu dengan cara meletakkan cakra kamu tu dengan cara membahagi dua, dan kemudian jari telunjuk ini letak di tengah-tengah, dan kemudian buat genggaman. Dan seterusnya, yang ini jari telunjuk pastikan dia akan mencengkam sedikit, dia akan bengkok sedikit yang bahagian hujung ini untuk dia grip di cakra kamu tu, dan kemudian bolehlah letak selesa yang mana bagi jari yang lain. Ada yang nak letak rapat, ada yang letak dengan keadaan yang selesa, tapi tak perlu merenggangkan. Merenggangkan ni hanya akan merosakkan kamu punya lemparan je nanti. So letakkan dalam keadaan yang biasa, yang selesa, bahagi dua cakra kamu tu, dan pastikan bila cakra keluar adalah di ke arah ibu jari, ke arah ibu jari. Itu kita istilahkan sebagai cakra keluar dalam. Kalau cakra keluar belakang, ini dia keluar belakang. keluar belakang ni salah, dan ni yang merugikan jarak kamu, so jangan sekali-kali bila buang ke belakang, buang biar dia ke depan. So dia istilah dia sama macam gasing, bila kamu buang dia akan kamu akan pukul sedikit, kamu akan layankan tangan kamu tu supaya spin cakra tu dia cantik, ada spin, bila dia terbang ke udara dia ada spin. Kalau tak ada spin, cakra tu terbang tanpa ada spin, maka rugilah, sebab dia istilahnya kena angin tu dia akan ganggu pergerakan cakra tu. Jadi kalau dia spin, sekurang-kurangnya istilah dia macam potong angin lah, istilah dia. So pastikan bila hujung ada spin lagi untuk kita buat spin cakra ni untuk dia lebih cantik terbang, itu untuk cakra, pastikan keluar adalah ke arah dalam, ke arah dalam maksudnya ke arah ibu jari, dan bukannya ke arah jari kelingking yang belakang ni, jangan keluar ke belakang sini. Bila keluar belakang dia istilahnya sebagai lawan jam, maka tak betul lah. Bila keluar di udara itu dia lawan jam, maka tak betul lah, dia merugikan kamu punya jarak lah. Dia akan ikut jam, bila dia berputar dia akan ikut jam. Baik, itu berkenaan dengan cakra.